And I see my big giant head eating a Cheez-It, so I must be live. Hi, everybody. I am Big Ed Mustafa. This is Adventures After Dark, and welcome to Lotro Stream. Hope everybody had a good time watching Shire Fest. Looks like everybody was having a lot of fun. Glad to be here tonight, and I appreciate the folks who've stuck around. So, I often play with Gravity 42 on Friday nights, and he's not here yet. And we talked about running with the Cookie Mama, and maybe Desert Owl, and maybe Magical Ducky, and they're not here. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So when they show up, I can switch characters, and until then, I'm probably going to work my namesake character on Craig Hollow, Big Ed Mustafa. He is a Guardian. He is 67th level, and he is finishing up Mirkwood. So we might do some Mirkwood skirmishes, and we're definitely going to kill some orcs and take their stuff. So glad you guys are with me here tonight, and we may get a few visitors. We may not. We'll manage to have fun regardless. The thing looks really washed out. That's always kind of how Mirkwood looks, though, especially here at Thanglehead. I'm going to pop a fresh Coke Zero. It's crisp, it's delicious, it's refreshing. I hope y'all are enjoying a beverage of your personal choice. Doesn't have to be Coke Zero. If you don't like Coke Zero, that's okay. I'll drink enough for both of us. And I think I'm probably going to have to retrait him because I don't think I've played Big Ed for a little while. Make sure I've got in-game music turned on too. We're good. Sarducci, thank you for the welcome. And congratulations again to Ponton, who won the Lotro points. Thanks to Druid's Fire for the introduction. So let's see where we're at here on Big Ed. Probably red and blue line. So spec 1 will be the Keen Blade. And we at least got the Keystone skills unlocked. That can't be a bad thing. Fighter of Shadows. I like Sword and Board. I'm going to go blue line for the other one. I suppose I can always change it later. This is my highest level Guardian. I have not played Guardian to end game content, so to say I'm still learning the skill would be an understatement. Yeah. And crazy as this sounds, I've been told by people who know better than me, two-handed weapons and Guardian Bleeds are the way to go, and I've just always enjoyed playing Sword and Board. Call me naive, but I figured if the only class in the entire game that can use heavy shields is Guardian, your Guardian should probably use a heavy shield. They exist only for you. And other people out there who know the Guardian better than I do that are going, he's such an idiot. Now you all know something that Mrs. Mustafa has known for a very long time. I'm not a smart man. Alright. Also, I like to fill in my base skills and make sure that I round out my tree before I start adding stuff from other lines. Again, not necessarily the right thing to do, but it's normally what I do. So as long as I got this panel open, let's make sure I got my might traits traded. And vitality and the others. So it's good. That's interesting. I don't have all these unlocked. May not have anything to put in there. Return debris, sword damage bonus, virtuous man, balance of man. Those are all good. Don't care about tactics and might. Don't care about uppercut. Man of the Fourth Age isn't going to help me much. Duty bound is a fellowship bonus. And strength of morale is not unlocked. So I should probably get that unlocked at some point. Let's see what else we got going on. Gravity, hello. It's good to be seen. And hello, Jinjar. I'm on Krikalo. If you're interested in playing along Gravity, just let me know. What's the best way to level virtues if you've missed a bunch? I just hit 110 and kind of blazed through the epic. I might be the wrong person to ask about this. I very rarely do things the easy way. One of the things that I'm big on, and Big Ed Mustafa is probably not the best example of this, I just like going through the deed log and hitting area door. And I'm kind of ashamed to admit it now because I'm looking at this going, I didn't even finish Breland. I just go through and I kill every deed in the deed log. I did finish Arid Lewin. What did I leave out in the Shire? Deeds of the Shire is probably the Brewmaster. So, you know, you go through areas and you just clean them out. And if you go through over level, these are usually pretty easy to knock out. And they're even easier depending on your class and whether or not you're doing them alone. I like to devote a little bit of gameplay every week to going through and killing my deed log. And if you do that, I mean, boom, there's a point of discipline. All I have to do is go kill wolves in the Trollshaws. I need to finish Advanced Slayer. Okay, that's a bad example because that kind of sucks, but at least it would bump my discipline virtue. But, you know, I mean, you kind of have to do the grind. If I have a message for Lotro players, learn to love the grind. And it might not be fun, the 8th or 10th character that you do them on, but you got to get them done. The alternative, of course, is to go to the Lotro store and buy your virtues, which would be an alternate. Not a good one in my opinion, but it can be done that way. And it is possible, though. So I'm still traded blue line. Let me switch back to red. I am once again the Keen Blade. And I mention this frequently, and I, again, am not a conventional Guardian and haven't played at level cap. But one of the things that I found has made my Guardian more fun to play at higher levels is shield spikes. I don't think a lot of players use them, but as you level up and get better and better shield spikes, the bonus percentage chance to crits actually makes combat seem to go much more quickly. I'll pass on the 200 or 2500 LP to upgrade through the store. Grinding it is, thanks. Yeah, just pick an area and go clean out your deed log and just crush it, and you'll get the virtues. In fact, my champion on Arkenstone, Galandriel, my first character, my main, if I have such a thing. Most of her virtues are in the high, not even mid-20s, they're in the high 20s. She's got some 27s and 28s, and of course the cap is 20. So even if they raise the cap to 21 or 22, she'll already be there even on virtues she's not using. And, you know, as the game evolves, one of the reasons why I do that to an overkill level and I just don't focus on certain virtues that I think I'm going to want. You know, they added essences and customizable jewelry and customizable armor pieces and all the different things that they've built into Lotro. Well, it changes how you spec stuff. It's like finesse wasn't a big deal, and then the Mordor expansion came out and everybody was just struggling to get enough finesse. Well, if you already have the virtue leveled up and you need to change your build out, it's like, okay, I'm going to go with my primaries on my armor, I'm going to go with my secondaries on my jewelry, I can go into my virtues and bump finesse or bump parry or bump, you know, some tertiary defense or mitigation or something that you normally hadn't focused on before like that. You know, one of the questions I had for Warden players, I know a lot of Wardens get frustrated because they get stunned and it throws off their rhythm. And it would seem to me that resistance might be very important, because if it helps you resist being stunned, that might be something to really bolster through the roof on a Warden so that you don't get interrupted while you're in the middle of your gambits. I'm just guessing. I haven't played a Warden to level cap either. I like Wardens and I like Guardians. They're two character classes I wish I played more. And both can use shield spikes, coincidentally enough, since I was just prattling on about that too. Let's see what we got. I need to collect spell tomes, and I need to defeat spell ferrets. How about fell spirits? And defeat General Tumorgot. That's not really doable solo. Even on a Guardian, that's a tough bill. But you know what we can do? Let's go ride down to the Ashen Glades and see what's going on. Sky version, howdy! Pontonberry agrees and has 31 zeal. Excellent. Geeks Tours in the house. And would you say it would be more important to hit 115 first or grind up some virtues? Mine are all below 10. There are a lot of 115th level toothless characters out there. And there's a lot of stuff I think that is more important than hitting level cap. You know, the reality is the difference between 110th and 115th level character is very minimal. What makes the difference are your virtues, are your equipment packages, you know, jewelry, armor, weapons, whether or not you've got your legendaries imbued and maxed out is huge. It's hard to overstate the difference that makes, whether you're using a level 60, a level 70, or a level 536 legendary. It has a tremendous impact on how you're going to fare in endgame content. Your level isn't that important. I've got a 110th level hunter who is as soft as a kitten because she doesn't have all of her stuff maxed out yet. And I've got a burglar who's about the same level. Maybe Little Ed's 113th now. But he's much stronger because I've put in the work to get his legendaries up, to get his virtue stuff done. And Nemini, my hunter, has her virtues, but the legendary weapon stuff is huge. You don't want to be out in Mordor without max imbued weapons. You know, I will go ahead and say the word bitched because that's what I did. I bitched and bitched and bitched about Minas Tirith and going through the cisterns and doing the Minas Tirith dailies and how much I hated the cisterns. And I finally got to Kindred with Minas Tirith and then found out there were more tiers above it and kept grinding until I got to Celebrated in Minas Tirith. And I still have to go back and I still have to grind that to get handful of scrolls of empowerment, and do what I have to do to keep my legendaries capped. And you know, if you don't have a level 536 primary weapon and you don't have a level 536 class item, it's going to be tough. He did not make it. I do not have a shield equipped. Just a little off-putting. What the hell am I using? I have a two-handed sword, and I was just bragging about how I really like using one-handed sword and shield. Okay, 1560 or 1670. And what do I have for one-handed weapons on me? Probably legendary. Foe Slayer is 57th. I'm 10 levels above Foe Slayer. That's the problem with legendaries. He did not make it. I play all classes, but not sure what line to run them in. How's you? Music on Crick was good. Music on Crick was very good. It was great to see so many people come out to enjoy the festival, and everybody in game was having fun. Which I think is, you know, kind of an important thing to remember too. Don't get so caught up in maxing out your legendaries and grinding your virtues you forget to stop by the Prancing Pony and enjoy a concert or two. Your favorite MMO should not be work. If that were the case, we'd all be playing EVE Online. It's like having a second job, only without a paycheck. I have a charge skill. There it is. He didn't make it. And I also have a bow for when the charge skill is cooling down. Ooh, a spell tome. Trying to mix in my charges just so I can get used to my rotations again here. Like I said, it has been a little while since I've played a Guardian. And if you consider yourself an expert Guardian and have a suggestion for me, don't worry, you're not going to bruise my ego. Feel free to mention it. We all learn by watching Big Ed Mustafa play and then watching smarter people correct what he's doing wrong. Including Big Ed Mustafa. If you haven't done a virtue run in a while, because there's something you just particularly hated, one of the things that you might be happy to learn is that some of those old deeds have gotten a lot easier to do over the years. The developers have softened a lot of the requirements and or changed the spawn rates on some stuff. Bog lurkers in the lone lands, for example, used to really suck, and the numbers are lower and they've increased the spawn rate if you know where to look. So that's a case of something that's actually gotten a lot easier to do over the years. Wolves and whites in the Troll Shaws, not so much. That's one I don't enjoy, or two I don't enjoy, I should say. Those are still kind of a burden. But, you know, they're still doable. It's kind of fun to go out and revisit some of that old content. Well, I'm not going to have any trouble finding enough fell spirits to kill, am I? One of the other weird things about the way I play Guardian is I actually find it easier to kill multiple opponents at once. And maybe that's just because I'm used to doing it on a champion. But if you have your two AoE skills and you just work them back and forth, I mean, a Guardian can stand there and tank 3 opponents without any problem. You've got the shield and armor to do it. But if you just mix in your AoEs while you're fighting the first one, the next 2 will be half dead by the time you turn on them. I don't really need to kill any more fell spirits, so I can probably just go work on sorcerers from here. Do I have a Slayer deed for these dudes? Anyway, case in point, this is where I'm going to work in my AoEs, and you're going to see the guys I'm not even targeting take a lot of damage while I'm waiting to target them. My experience was that Guardian plays a little slow. Burglars kind of do too, but once you get your character up to about 40th level, you start getting some of your higher end skills, and it opens up melee a lot better, where you can really start doing some damage. And if you've ever seen me play my burglar, I think you know that I'm a big fan of coup de grace. You kind of go from burglar sort of sucks to burglar's awesome with 1 skill point. It's a happy thing. Yeah, I know I was talking about using the AoEs, but I really like dropping the hammer on the guys too. There we go. He just disappeared. All right. Now we head back. There's a Slayer deed for these sorcerers. I had to kill 100 of them to unlock advanced. And probably 200 more after that. That's a lot of sorcerers to kill. Especially since I'm pretty close to being done with Mirkwood. So one of the things I should be working on Big Ed here that I may have neglected is just finding a suitable 67th level one-handed sword to start working up. I like sword and board, like I said earlier, and I get a +5 one-handed sword bonus as a racial bonus. I think I'd get it for two-handed sword also, but... I'll just fight 2 of these clowns at once. Want to come up here, I'll kill you and your buddy together. There we go. That was a bunch of crap. All of a sudden all my powered up skills started timing out while I was trying to attack those dudes. Oh, they both died at once. Perfect. Sarducci says, ouch, Mordor hurts bad, especially if you're low on light. Yes. Although, one of the things that I found helped, at least with my champion when I first went to Mordor, the Matham Hunter's armor scales to whatever level you're at when you open the box. So I took Galadriel out there, and she'd been wearing the lacquered plate of the Ithilien captain, and it seemed like it was fine at the time, and when I got to Mordor it was like, yeah, this ain't gonna cut it. So I just opened up a bunch of Matham armor boxes at 115. Man, the bonuses on that stuff, you don't get any Light of Ariandel, but you're pretty much bulletproof except for shadow damage. And it gives you a chance to get out into Mordor and start hunting around for some shadow jewelry and shadow pieces. The downside of that is you end up downgrading a lot of your bonuses as you move to the Light of Ariandel stuff, but you know, it's got to be done. So, you know, you're very good to go to bed too. Yeah, Mrs. Mustafa gets knocked out every night listening to me. It's like, yeah, so anyway, Mrs. Mustafa, blah, 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 and the next thing I know, she's out cold. I take that as a compliment. We often joke that I am the Ambien of Lotro streamers, but a lot of people say they enjoy the chill, relaxed stream. I don't usually get too upset about much of anything. Life is too short. Besides, I'm playing to enjoy myself, so. The Blighted Branch quest. He's back down the hill. Can't believe I didn't do this quest already. It was meant to be.
Greetings. Could I speak with you a moment?
Pieces of wood and water samples. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, we've joked before about the stylistic differences between, like, myself and Cool Kyle, who's a great streamer, a lot of fun to watch, great Lotro player. But he's like, hey, I'm Cool Kyle, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming by the stream. It's going to get crazy up in here. And I'm more like your overnight DJ who's like, And that was the Alan Parsons Project. You're on the night flight here with Big Ed Mustafa, so stay mellow, everybody. You know, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you're in the mood for the morning zoo, and sometimes you're in the mood for, you know, the night flight. I tend to stream for long stretches at a time when I do stream, so I don't know I could keep up that kind of cool Kyle energy for, you know, 4 or 5 or 6 hours. That would wear me out. I just like to hang out, play, do my thing, and chat with y'all while I'm doing it, and hopefully some of you get to join in the fun with me. Although, if you enjoy watching me stream, hopefully you're also catching Gravity 42. I'm going to give him a shout out. Not the least of which reason was because he was in here earlier and said hello. What is word fun? Hi, Sargareth. How are you? You want to see Big Ed angry, you have to wait for him to miss 3 fishing casts in a row. That's never happened ever, by the way. Yeah, check out Gravity on Monday evenings at, I'm going to say 9 p.m. Eastern server time. Don't need to be here. I could keep going back towards Thinglehead. We'll ride. We ride for Thinglehead. But yeah, I always joke that Gravity's like extra laid back because he's a California Canadian. You don't get much more mellow than that. At least not without a severe dose of chemicals. So Gravity's fun to watch. Much more knowledgeable about than I am than about game lore and a lot of other things. So. Also, I think I'm working out on maxing out my reputation with the Elves of Mirkwood, who have a much fancier name than what I just called them. It sounds like it's a character rep question. Let's see what we get here. Maxed with Rivendell. Hopefully maxed with Lothlorien. Council of the North. And another thing I'm normally a lot better on. Typically, if you see me open a character panel like this, I'll have all my rep maxed out with everybody. The Maladrim. Not maxed out, but getting close. I did not finish Lothlorien rep, which I'm baffled by. I have no idea why I wouldn't have completed that. I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly, Big Ed Mustafa needs a lot of work, and thank goodness I booted him up tonight so I could realize it and begin the reclamation. Somebody wanted this stuff. There's a gold ring.
There is little time to be wasted.
I agree, let's not waste time.
Or the sorrows we have endured will be for naught.
Great troop march towards our encampment. Thinglehead must be defended. Okay, I think we're about to start another instance. Which is cool, these are fun. My God, Ed, what happened to your face? It's all smooth or something. A Canaflian? Yeah, I only wear the beard during the winter. And only until Mrs. Mustafa gets serious about murdering me in my sleep if I don't shave it off. So, I don't know if I've got it handy. I might be able to find it. Let's see. There it is. All right, hopefully this will work. If you haven't seen this before, you can go check it out. Let me know if that link works. Hopefully I'll get an LOL or a heh from somebody. But you can check that out. Hopefully you'll find it amusing. Also, it's a great way to shamelessly promote myself on Twitter. I am at big_Ed_Mustafa. I'm supposed to be talking to somebody, and I must have ridden past him 2 or 3 times. There he is, hiding back here.
Together we will protect Thangulhad from the
Complete the
forces
skirmish,
of the enemy.
Protectors of Thingolhad. Alright. Let's do this thing. And I must have scrolled right past it. Oh no, there it is. Perfect.
What was once an important fortification of the enemy is now held by a small band of elves. The enemy seeks to reclaim their fortress, marching upon it in force. Fortunately, some of the ballistae and catapults there still function.
We're gonna murder some folks. To the walls. East. That's west. This is east. It's important to know your directions. Your port from your starboard. Yep, that was too soon. Been doing epic battles pretty regularly. I was just figuring I had to reload it, and I need to go down and fight. Okay, so my ballista shot was too soon. I was thinking I had to wind the ballista. This would be a good time to use shield spikes, actually. You know you're going to be in a sustained battle. That's when you want to fire those up. Shield spikes. There they are. West Ballista. Will I make it? Probably not. There's not a lot of time there. Yeah, I might have caught a couple of them right at the end. It basically just softens them up. Central Ballista. Okay, shield spikes are active, and this time I'm actually kind of where I need to be, so let's see how we do this time. That should have nicked a couple of them. First assault has been defeated. Yeah, you only really get one shot at the group as they charge in. Did you really shave it off in February? I didn't realize the last time I saw your stream was before I was in the hospital. Sargareth, I'm sorry you were in the hospital, but I think, nah, you've been around since then. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing, but some folks just... My wife, the day she came home, I shaved it off, and she was talking to me for a good 5 or 10 minutes before she realized I shaved the beard. I'd gotten a haircut the same day, and I'm like, really? You're not going to say anything? And she's like, what? You got your haircut? And then our office manager at work, she sees me every day, and I think I was talking to her, I don't know, 10 minutes before she realized I shaved my beard. And it's just one of those things. Everybody died. The West Ballista again. This time I'm not messing with shield spikes, so I'll probably get there in time. A lieutenant is joined. Ah, come on. And there we go. Fire the central ballista, here they come. But yeah, I usually start it towards the end of October. I figure the orcs die fast enough, I'd take a shot at the troll. And they might have killed my skirmish soldier, who you also probably noticed isn't leveled up properly. Ooh. We have a few moments. A crash sounds from the north. The rear siege engines are being destroyed. That'd be this away. Somebody up here is messing about. Well, no time to play. We gotta get to the West Ballista. Figure out where the dude is on the north side there. East Ballista. Still don't know who's messing with the North Siege machines. Haven't seen anybody up there. Fire the central. So somewhere I have two encounters out on the map. I have no idea where either of them is. I'll just keep worrying about the main battle for now. Third assault's been defeated. So who was up here destroying the North Siege engines? I never saw anybody. Maybe those aren't the north ones. East Ballista. I was going to say, I wish I had a run skill. I do have charge. And I'm not afraid to use it. Any encounters wandering around out here? Central Ballista. I'm probably late to the party. I didn't survive that by much. Fire the West Ballista. Okay, now I'm healing. Let's eat something. That was not the right thing to eat. Also not the right thing to eat. That's what I'm looking for. West Ballista it is. Arr. Charge on, you scurvy dogs. Fire the east ballista. I usually sleep when I'm streaming, so I'm glad you're getting some rest too, Sargrith. The enemy leader will soon be joining the group. Let us converse quickly. That is a good idea, except instead I'll go look for these encounters I couldn't find. I'm not a smart man. Oh, here we go. Always good to get the encounters done when you can. Good for extra marks and medallions and rewards. And of course, this one might have died of old age before I found him back here. Lapis has fallen to your mighty blow. Now, if I only knew where the second encounter was. See out here? Nope. See over here? Nope. Where is that encounter? Just one of the great mysteries. I didn't know I could go this far down the hill. Still nothing out this way either. One of the problems with being clear out here is a lot of times in these instances, you'll like step like 2 feet the wrong way and you'll just die. Like, you've died due to misadventure. It's like, really? weird to be able to be this far out away from the main encounter. I got no idea where the second encounter went. I guess we'll go ahead and finish this. And we'll just add it to the list of many things that I do not know. Their leader's approaching. We must be very careful with this, Olaghai. The ballista will not be enough this time. I will go and arm the catapults. You need meet him out on the road. When the catapult is about to fire, bring him there and let their own siege weapons do the devastation. Good fortune, and try not to get hit yourself. Okay. Incoming. Where am I supposed to take him to? I don't see it. I'll just kill him. That worked. So much for the catapult fire. Englehead is safe. Thank goodness for that. Okay, let's see what I missed. I'd like to think that as a fellow man who working on his own beard that I would be more in tune with things like that. I do tend to get a little dreamy when I stare at your mug. Because you're usually asleep when you listen to the stream. I got that. No hate. Need to go get blinks for the baby. I could use a blinky au natural for me though, thanks.
We have weathered their attack. Let them now fear ours. The time has come to strike hard the fortress of the enemy.
We're going to go strike hard the fortress of the enemy. Big pile of silver scraps was the Hobbit present. Nobody guessed that in chat, so we will not give the new car away today. Hopefully we'll get a winner next time.
It will be no easy task to fight behind the walls of the fortress.
Breaching the Necromancer's Gate. We must breach the Necromancer's Gate. Can't believe Gravity passed on a chance to come do this with
Dol
me.
Guldur is a labyrinth of tight hallways and open courtyards.
Sarducci says out for a bit later. Hey, Sarducci, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great weekend, and if you get a chance to come by later, say hi. And if not, we'll see you next time, bud. Thanks. The first ward has been claimed or cleared. The big fell beast with the necromancer on it, or with a Nazgul rides by. We repel the counterattack. We press on. Okay, I was going to say I don't think everybody's at ground level. This is my least favorite part of this particular instance because the staircase is such a pain in the butt. I enjoy this too. I run these all the time. I like Dan and Glor too. They're just fun for when you want to bang out some quick action. Wife's like, hey, we have to leave in 30 minutes, and you're like, what can I do for 30 minutes? I'll run some Mirkwood instances. Second ward may be claimed. Now we get another flyby. Ah! Trying to get away from the filth crawlers. I hate them. Counterattack defeated. Sulfurous odor from the burning lanterns. That's up ahead. Battle in the tower is a good one. Why fight them individually when you can just kill them all at the same time? We shall eat a cram. New deed. Breaching the Necromancer's Gate. This is linear enough that you generally don't lose track of your encounters either, which is a good thing. Oh good, it's a second counterattack already. We'll get right after that Echo of Death. He is not my friend. Okay. Yeah, those Echoes of Death, they're not a good deal. Ooh, I think Mrs. Mustafa's home. Geek Store says Grav must be out partying or something. Fourth ward has been cleared. Here comes the counter. Come to Butthead. Sword is secured. Oh, more lanterns. There we go. Let the marks and medallions flow. Geekster says, partying. I'm here, drifting in and out of consciousness. There's a lot of that going on tonight. Hello, Mrs. Mustafa.
Ooh, he's dripping.
Well, it probably makes it a bad streaming food then.
Dripping.
Looks like sandwich? Okay. She even cut them into little bite-sized portions for me.
I have to clean. Gotta go.
Alright, Pookie. If you're a very good girl, I'll let you do my laundry this weekend, too. What? You left it on the bathroom vanity. I just hung it up someplace so it would be out of the way.
That's totally my fault as far as you know.
Exactly. It was very considerate of me to hang it up for you. When she murders me, you all have to testify on her behalf. Let the judge know I had it coming, please. I don't think Deathmongers are as big of a pain in the ass as Echoes of Death. Boom, I'm dropping the hammer. One last guy to wax. Still have food working? No. I do have hustle on. Fortunately, this guy looks a lot scarier than he fights. See him rushing down the hill at you, though, the first time. It's a little bit like, guys, are we gonna survive this? He's just a big pussy cat, though. See, nothing to it. Ooh, what's in the chest? Bounties and goodies. There you go. That Coke Zero will help keep you awake, Gravity. That's why you probably didn't want to drink it since I was streaming. Oh no, I don't want to be awake and have to listen to Big Ed. Hi, Balviel. How are you? And Tinabo 1, howdy. Gravity said hello, Mrs. Mustafa.
Uh-huh, sure he did. He's a
He
liar.
did.
Liar.
I tried, Gravity.
We must act quickly and launch the second
Assault
attack
on the
upon
Ringwrath's lair. They're doing for pack space. Pretty good. Yeah, a little loot's going to start dropping soon. So we can pick this stuff up. And let's go assault the Ringwraith's lair, shall we?
The Baileys of Dol Guldur are
And
highly
Jinjar's
fortified,
back. Welcome.
nearly impenetrable, and the finest of the enemy's soldiers defend within. Before the rest of the fortress can be assaulted, these must be taken.
Ah, blood rooks. Blood rooks are a little bit like echoes of death. You kind of need to just go right in straight at them. Do not pussyfoot around with a blood rook. For no other reason, they make a squawking noise and it's very annoying. Alright, well, we've got a moment. Let's eat another head of cabbage because it'll help get cabbage out of my inventory. And what's the other thing I want to do? Shield spikes again. Well, I don't think I have... Man, I got plenty of them. Okay. Don't forget your shield spikes if you're playing a Guardian. Nothing wrong with sword and board, and getting that crit output bumped up is always helpful. What are those worth? Cooked food. Large shield spikes, plus 5% chance of crit. It doesn't make a big difference on any particular fight, but they add up. In a deal like this where you're going through a whole instance full of enemies, get a few extra crits here and there. Well, Thengel had it might have been the difference between life and death. Also, if you're 90th level or higher, there is... there it is. There's a treasure cache down here. Big Ed's not ready for it, but it's just something to keep an eye out for. I think Echoes of Death buff the crap out of everyone else that's attacking you. I think that's the deal. The outer bailey has been cleared. And we'll watch the upper balcony there, because as soon as I click this, out comes some Nazgul fool running his mouth. Who is that? Ulithiad. So you've finally come to me. I will delight, blah blah blah, but I'm not yet convinced you are worthy of soiling my blade. Perhaps you'll prove me wrong. Open the gates, destroy these mongrels. I'm not in particularly good shape at the moment. I should probably drink a health potion. Ah, great. Echo of Death. I'm at half health, and here comes the Echo. This is not a good combination. Looks like I'm holding up okay, though. You alright over there, Mrs. Mustafa?
Why?
You're coughing.
No.
I don't want the viewers to be worried about you. Mm-hmm.
That's what you're thinking about? I say that's a sure odds. Okay.
182 morale left. Okay, we didn't survive that by much. Thunderous footsteps echo from the east. Back over here. Nothing else scouting out the encounter will help me heal. The healing is not quick tonight. I probably should have eaten better food than those cabbages. Yeah, those are kind of weak. And here's the encounter.
Holy cow, what the heck happened?
Remember, Mrs. Mustafa, most of the viewers are trying to sleep, so try not to make too much noise. Nothing. I might have laid down for a little bit.
Laid down, made a mess. Laid down and made a mess.
It's what I do. Normally I'd have just gone ahead and straightened that up myself, but fortunately I'm married, so I don't have to.
I see you found the Cheez-Its.
I did. go. Firstborn Reaver is down. So's my warrior. There's a Hail dude with a crossbow. And by dude, I mean chick. And I guess we're going up the stairs. Yeah, Malon's worried about you, honey. Hello, Malon, and hello, Chromite. And hello, Druid's Fire. Alright, let's take a peek at chat. You need to catch a 50-pound salmon. Everybody needs to catch a 50-pound salmon.
Those are delicious.
Exactly. This is Mustafa loves salmon. Boss 2 bugged out in the Abyss raid for us. We got challenge, got both chests, but his smoke wall is still up and his health bar is still red. You don't kill him, he surrenders and his bar is supposed to go green. So we can't get past the wall to loot the chests. Ouch, that's not good. I figured Big Ed could sprinkle some Ed magic on us and get us a GM. Chromite, you might have vastly underestimated exactly how little clout I actually have with anybody. I'd say the most impressive thing I can claim with regard to Lotro is that I know Druid's Fire, so there you go. We don't have that kind of magic, sorry. Ed is a magical person, do not doubt him. Thanks goodness, a real-life Mustafa. You don't want to hear Mrs. Mustafa sing. It would be bad. Yeah, the parking space has been pretty cool. Hasn't been a problem. And what's funny about that is a couple nights after she was complaining about that, she parked in her parking space and forgot to put her permit up. So she got a warning from our security patrol. You are not supposed to park here. She was like, it's actually my spot. I just forgot to put my permit out. Where is the counterattack coming from? Oh, this is another... not really terrible, but just sort of a less fun section of this particular instance, just because the counterattacks are spread out and come from different directions. If they come from the wrong direction, sometimes they take a very long time to get here. Like this next one looks like it will be coming from down below. So it's going to be a while for these dudes to get up the stairs. The good news is when they do get up the stairs, though, they're exhausted from the run. So they usually die pretty quick. Looks like me in real life. Nobody said I had to go upstairs. What kind of twisted monsters are you? A lieutenant has joined the battle. said embrace the pain, but I have embraced the pain. I got married. Sharp, harsh barking comes from the north. This is the north. Let's see where the sharp barking is coming from. I'm going to turn the tables. He didn't make it. Mornak is down. This section's been claimed. The chat doesn't seem to be updating. Is Twitch on vacation? Yes, that would not surprise me. Yeah, it seems to be updating for me. Alright. Let's see what we want to put up for this fight. We'll do some cramming. And we'll eat a feast of Rohan. And we'll launch some fireworks just because. Oh, looks like we're fighting. He does not like fireworks. I did not know that. Did not think that would get him triggered. He didn't make it. I, on the other hand, made it. Got lots of stuff to reforge, apparently. That's a good problem to have. Don't think anyone is talking. Pottenberry's here. Looks like we got stuff to reforge. I'm sure I have another encounter to do.
Perhaps we will see this song to the end after all.
I think they're just pleasantly surprised at how much booty booting I've been doing.
Megovanen.
I kind of feel the same way about pack space that Smeagol does about the One Ring. It's precious. Anything that lets me reclaim a bag slot is a happy thing. Turn the table cool down would be nice. Overwhelm critical, that would be nice. Okay, stuff's been reforged. Looks like I have some items to melt. I have a mighty girdle. Girdle is level 57. Working on a 61st level sword. Got a 56 level girdle that I can crush. And I need a replacement for Foe Slayer. Alright, well, I got one item to crush. We can do that.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Guardian's Ward. Stagger critical.
Greetings to you.
59th, 52nd, 62nd, 55th. Go ahead and slot that. What am I not showing? Foe Slayer? No, I'm showing that. 4. Oh, I'm an idiot. I had to turn on 4 before I toggled 5 and 6. Okay, now all is right in the world. Okay, I need to go for a while. Might be back later. Take care, Ninjar. As long as we're spamming this chat, let's throw out freebie. Enhanced reputation supply. More rep.
The time has arrived to do what we came here to do. We will infiltrate the dungeons after nightfall.
don't think this is really any faster than doing it the other way. Maybe. I have so many of these dang things in inventory. Clearly, I have not been paying attention again. Okay, that's the last of what I would consider the piddly ones. 3,000 and below item XP.
We will rescue Bori from the dungeons
Let's
of
go
Dol
rescue
Guldur.
Bori.
A small force of elves have infiltrated
Oh,
the
this one
dungeons
sucks.
of Dol Guldur under cover of darkness, aiming to find and release the dwarf Bori from the bonds of his captivity.
Oh wow, never knew you just dragged the XP runes to the LI panel. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Like I was saying, I don't know if it's any faster than the first way, where you just right click on them and then select the weapon, but yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of another. Yeah, you all wait up here. I'll go down here by myself. Bunch of Nancys. Hello, Bori. Bye, Durin's beard. What just happened? Supposed to be destroying a barrel of nightshade, and I have to kill all these trolls. This already started out bad and is only getting worse. Yeah, I'm already dead. We'll be restarting this. Okay, whatever I just did, don't do that again. That was bad. That's, you know, I always joke, Ponton, that, you know, one of the great things about Lotro is no matter how much you know, and I'm going to apologize because, of course, Chromite is the exception to this rule, but there's always something you don't know about Lotro. You know, if you're a die-hard Tier 2 Challenge Raider, there's festival stuff you probably don't know. If you're a festival fan, there might be music system stuff you don't know. If you're a music system fan, there might be lore stuff that you don't know, and it's just, that's the magic of Lotro. You just, there's always another layer to uncover.
Dol Guldur.
Unless you're Chromite. And then you just need a game manager to help you get unstuck. Okay. I'm going to try to not be in such a hurry to get crushed this time. I know I destroy the barrels, but why that didn't go better than it did. Maybe I just need to let them pass by the first time. Great bells begin to echo. There we go. That's what it is. Who the hell's shooting at me? Okay. Let's grab another barrel of nightshade. Sounds like Bosie's out there fighting with the trolls. I really hope not. What are you doing? Idiot. Oh, I can't break a barrel yet. Well, hopefully he can stand up to them better than I can. So far, so good. Okay. Well, so their troll's about ready to wake up. Well, come on, idiot. Let's go. Yeah, I hope I did well with the nightshade barrels, too. I'm going to have to go back for another one. Problem is these things are on a cooldown, so if he gets up there too soon... Yeah, he's fighting these guys already. Which is not cool, because I can't put him to sleep yet. I'm like, well, maybe I don't need to worry about him, and he's already at yellow. He did not make it. Rory has been escorted to safety, along with the 3 elves that weren't brutally murdered. Arcast, what's going on, bud? How are you? Dungeons of Dol Guldur. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, good. I thought we might have a cutscene coming up. And tell everybody to plug their ears.
Ori desired to thank you for his rescue.
I've been good. I've had some work challenges, and Mrs. Mustafa's had a couple of health issues we've been working through, but overall, I could complain, but nobody'd listen, so I'll just say I've been good. He's up by the tower. Or I'm just running around for no reason. He is not by the tower. But at least I'm getting my steps in. No, maybe he is by the tower. I see the ring.
To be rescued thus, I do not have the words to tell you.
Boris, ooh, that's a nice shield. A lot of armor, not quite as good for block. It's got some nice bonuses on it, though. I'm in. I'll take that.
During my imprisonment, to pass the time, I recited to myself the old stories.
I remember too the stories of Mithrandir.
The secret passage. What have you been playing lately, Arcast? Is there to pick up wood and water samples? I think I'll probably pass on that. Yeah, maybe if it's good for rep with the elves. Might be worth doing since I'm going to be down near there anyway. Been in Florida all week, Big Ed. Oh, you've been in real life streaming? Cool. Hopefully you're enjoying Florida or enjoyed Florida while you were there. June's an odd time to go. It's just not hot and humid enough where I am. I think I'll go to Florida in mid-June. Mrs. Mustafa and I actually went to Mexico one time in late May. We decided that might have been a little too far into the summer season.
Stay a moment.
Yeah, 500 rep. Alright, let's take the quest. Shadows of War lately? Cool. Well, at least you're getting some time with not exactly Tolkien, but not exactly not Tolkien either, so. Trying to skip around some unnecessary fights. Oh, and there's a Spirit Slayer too. These guys might just count as regular undead. It's the Tolkien world-ish, yeah. He did not make it. Dead Slayer. Defeat Shades and Whites. Okay, so these guys just count as undead kills. Let's go get branches and water samples, then I'll come back to the dungeon. I played Shadow of Mordor. After that, I didn't think I'll try War. I have Shadow of Mordor and found I was not very good at it. I think it's one of those things that you really have to kind of sit down and concentrate at to get the hang of it. Which is okay. I didn't dislike it. To me, it just seemed like it was maybe like a Lord of the Rings themed version of Dark Souls, maybe? I haven't really played Dark Souls, so I don't know. I'm an American. I talk out of my butt about stuff I don't have any idea about. That's what we do. I die so much. Yeah, right? New difficulty, brutal. Hey, Big Ed, have you ever thought about doing something other than questing, like endgame group content or something? Yeah, usually that's what I do. Just by coincidence, not to make anybody feel guilty tonight, Gravity, but usually on Friday nights, I run Mordor with the Burglars. We've been out there with Zinger and Moonrager. Yeah, the problem is my work schedule got blown up and it's been pretty sporadic. This is the first Friday night I've been able to stream in a couple of weeks. So I think some folks just weren't sure I was going to be here. And that's okay. But yeah, I mean, I run with All Up and his group on Wednesdays when the opportunity presents itself. And we've dual streamed some of that. I think I need to go out to the island. I think that's the deal here. We'll just get to swimming. Might be a good place to fish too now that I think about it. But yeah, I mean, we've done, well, we just did the raid on the Rift a few weeks ago. And we did some of the, I guess, the precursors to epic battles in Angmar. Unbeknownst to us, we actually unlocked a third one, which I've never seen done before. I thought that might be fun if we got the group together tonight that I was hoping for, but it didn't work out, so... I'm up for most anything, but one of my problems now is my work schedule is sporadic enough it's making it tough to schedule things. So... Last Friday I was stuck at the office, so I just reran Court of the Rings from 11 to 12 server time.
Turkey.
Okay. I like turkey.
Here's $7 turkey.
Did you want to wave hi to everybody?
With the turkey?
Thank you.
With the turkey. Does my hand look thinner? Because my fingers are fat.
That's okay.
They're fat. Now my hands smell
No, you're super skinny, honey.
What?
The heck? I need 2 pieces of wood and a water sample. I think one of the water samples might be way over here somewhere. Yeah, I'll track it down. We'll use the old delete key trick. I always wanted to try God of War. I've been thinking about getting a PS4 so I can play around with the VR headset. I think that might be fun. If anybody has a PS4 and the VR headset and they want to sound off about that, please feel free. If that's a stupid idea, just let me know. I'm full of stupid ideas.
I will let you know about your ideas.
Oh, and don't mention to Mrs. Mustafa I'm thinking about the PlayStation 4 with the VR headset. She doesn't need to know.
What do you need that for?
Because it'll be super cool.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't have enough toys, honey.
You know, I just realized
Yeah.
that my friend Dory, she brought her 11-month-old son and he was eating my fries. She did the same thing to him so he could eat them easier.
I'm more like your pet than your child, though.
That's true.
If she could, she'd put me in different sweaters and walk me around on a leash. Fortunately, there's laws against that here in Nebraska. She'd be charged with husband abuse. Okay, so I got that stuff to turn in. Now I'm going to ride my swift, nimble goat straight to the secret entrance to Dol Guldur. I could stay and fight the undead, but it's like, yeah, that's not fun. Although I have to say I'm pretty happy with the killing speed of my Guardian. If I actually take the time to get him an on-level legendary and tweak him up a little bit, I think he might be fun to continue
Dimly
forward
remembered
with.
stories from his childhood, oft repeated in the darkness of his cell, have struck the spark of memory in Bori the dwarf. He is certain the passage you discovered is the same used by Mithrandir long ago to enter Dol Guldur in secret.
Hazy images of the past unfold before you. Spoiler alert, it turns out that the necromancer is Luke's father. Did not see that coming. Well, you can't get through that way. But this was the way I came. Oh, here's a ramp up. Okay. Oh, I think this was blocked by smoke until I found the first encounter. Hazy images unfold before you. Hold a moment, Radir. We've done well to come this far, but I must go the rest of the way alone. Radir, leave the car running in case we need to leave in a hurry. My dear Radir, did you think I questioned your bravery earlier? I did not. Bravery is being scared, but going ahead and doing it anyway. Do not yet know what this necromancer is, but if any of them be true, even Gandalf the Grey would be a fool to face him in his fortress. I'm, kind of mid-game. I'm 67th level, but I was just saying I kind of like the way the Guardian's playing. Seems to be carving stuff pretty well. And I just probably need to do some more optimizations to get him going good.
Okay, I gotta go edit, so good luck.
All right, Pookie. Arcas, thanks for coming by. Take care, bud. Get some rest. Mrs. Mustafa has dropped off a fresh Coke Zero while consuming some of the previously opened Coke Zero. Everybody say goodnight to Arcast. Good night, Arcast. We love you.
Oh.
And you should give Arcast a follow and check out his stream when the opportunity presents itself. And shame on me for not doing the same for Druid's Fire earlier. Although if you're a fan of Lotro at all, I'm sure you're probably already following Druid's Fire. Let's go this way. Hazy images unfold before you. The necromancer is so powerful, how can he not know that we're here? It's true that if he were looking for them, there are signs he might reveal us to him. As long as I refrain from any display of power, he should not be aware of our presence. His own wicked sorceries serve to hide us from him, like a whisper in a crowded room. Then may the room remain crowded and the whisper silent. Not that away. I never did look at the design of the shield I picked up. It was kind of plain, but not bad looking. That was the shield from Bosi. Hello, goblins. I'm here to ruin your day. Images of the past unfold before you. There's something different about the foes we have faced in this cavern. I cannot quite decide what it might be. It is my guess that they are outcasts. No, do not look surprised. They are still our enemies. These are they for whom the necromancer has little use for whatever reason. And so it is they collect in the detritus beneath his fortress, beneath his notice. It is my hope we will be the same. I guess we go up here next. SGBU. I have a level cap champion, and I have to say that I'm not having any problems with the flow of the Guardian. I can't speak about whether or not the recent class changes have helped improve it at all, but it's quite playable. From what I remember leveling up my Guardians, I've got one at 56th level on Arkenstone, and Big Ed here is 67th on Crick Hollow. They are slow until you get up to the low to mid 40s, and then things pick up quite a bit. You get a few extra skills and stuff starts dropping. Hazy images. Mithrandir, where are you? I think he's got a crush on Mithrandir. Nothing wrong with that. Something is wrong. Should I go up after him? He told me not to do so, but... What happened to your staff? I had to leave it behind. There's little time. What happened up there, Mithrandir? Thrain is dead. He did not know his name at the end, but it can only have been him. The dwarf ring, last of the 7, had been taken from him. There are shouts up above. We have to leave, Mithrandir. Listen to me, Radir. The necromancer is Sauron. He has returned. And that scene takes place sometime before The Hobbit begins. I think some 50 years prior to the beginning of the Rings trilogy. Somebody who's smarter than me about game lore can correct me. Proceed further into clearing it of foes, whatever this is called. Thuriman? It's like those Moraville are trying out for the pep squad or something. Hear footsteps behind you and some familiar faces arrive. Browan and Siglith. Can hardly believe it, but this passage is exactly what we need in order to launch our final assault. We will surprise them from below and within the walls of the fortress before our foes know they are under attack. We shall return here with a sizable company and launch our final assault. There you go. We're doing fine on loot.
Both Radir and Mithrandir have aided us, even in death. The last assault on Dol Guldur is upon us.
Talk to Golden Gear.
There will be no better time than this to
Complete
assault
the
the
battle
tower
in the
Nazgûl.
tower. Launching the battle in the
time
tower.
has come for the last assault upon the fortress of Dol Guldur. The fighting begins, even as a smaller force enters the citadel in secret, prepared to face their final foe. The entrance may be claimed. Counterattack is coming. Slow of pain. Looks like we got a couple of trolls. Nothing too scary yet. Counterattack is defeated.
Echo of Death. Terminate with Extreme Prejudiced. Prejudice. There was no T required for that word. Audience chamber has been cleared. The lower mustering hall is open. Counterattack has been launched. Gandalf visits Thrain and Dol Guldur about 90 years before The Hobbit takes place. Yep, there you go. I told you guys Gravity was way smarter than me about lore stuff. I did not realize that it was so long before he got the key to the Lonely Mountain before he finally went and tried to convince Thorin to head to the Lonely Mountain to reclaim it. 90 years is a long time to wait. I just like hitting him with that charge. I would like it more if the animation was kicking them in the groin. That would amuse me terribly. Echo of Death. Encounter. The weapon contains several weapon racks. The lower mustering hall has been cleared. Mudku. Hello, Mudku. And one encounter out of the way. Let us stop our bleeding and cram some crabs in our cram hole. If I run out, the hobbits will send me more. It's one of the benefits of being a free-to-play player. You never have to worry about getting good stuff for a Hobbit present. He had the key and the map both when he went to talk to Thorin. Druid's Fire is back with ice cream. What kind of ice cream are we eating tonight, Druid's Fire? Chocolate chip again? Second counterattack is being launched. Chocolate chip with magic shell on top. Magic shell is a happy thing. This is Mustafa and I grabbed a couple of cheeseburgers at Dairy Queen the other day. And I got a vanilla cone with a butterscotch shell on top. They dip it soft serve into the butterscotch inverted, and the shell hardens on top of the ice cream within a few seconds. It's delicious. I'm turning the tables. I think Nameless Warrior bit it. Let's all pause in a moment of silence for Nameless Warrior. I name you Meat Shield. Come, Meat Shield, let's press onward. We take the fight to our foes. Ooh, encounter in the room below. Belord enters. Let's go find Belord and ruin his day. Oh, Belord. Where are you, Belord? I would like to do very bad things to you, Belord. That charge opening is just funny every time. Drop the hammer on him. Boom, down he goes. What server are you on? I'm playing on Crick Hollow tonight. I play Arkenstone a lot. I also play on Brandywine frequently. I have a whole line of characters on Crick Hollow, though. I'm here frequently. Most of the other English-speaking servers, except for Laurelin. Not that there's anything wrong with Laura Lynn, I just don't have any characters there. But I do have characters on Evernight and all of the North American servers. Where'd Meat Shield go? Come to me, Meat Shield. Alright, we'll charge this guy just because it's funny. You stun Hail Commander for maximum groinal damage. All right. Another counterattack is incoming. Keepers of Orions, it's probably me. Cool, Ginger, I'll keep an eye out for you. Counterattack defeated. It is safe to press on. Claim the armory. You just find the Legery and then go up. Tell me that's not a blood rook. Kill the blood rook. Kill the blood rook. Blood rooks are bad, okay? Come on, Mazog, we're going to introduce you to Orc Jeebus. See what you got there, big boy. Mithralax and all. Who knew they had slow motion even way back then? The armory has been cleared. Boom.
The battle may be over, but
The assault of the Golden Host on Dol Guldur has achieved what Lord Celeborn sought: to delay the forces of the enemy from mounting their attack upon Lothlorien. And yet, not all stories are ended, and there is more to tell of the elves than dwarves.
Boom, 900 more rep points, nothing wrong with that.
when next you return to the 21st Hall, Bori desired that you visit him there.
Visit Bori. Lots of rep to turn in. Reward vendors. I know there's stuff I buy from the reward vendors here. I think it's normally crafting recipes. That's a thing.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Turn the tables or to the king. Both very handy skills.
Hail, friend, and well met.
The Great Eye sees much, but Lorien is hidden from him.
Ooh, I had 3 golden mullets on me. Recipe for Westfold battle boots. That'll come in handy. Ooh, carp. Got a lot of fish on me. Bass. Flounder. Where did I get the Tome of the Tamed Variag? Oh, Variag Hound. Okay. Curious. pile of silver scrap. Broken metal clubs are only good for vendor trash. There's our inventory management. I think I can do any actual crafting here. Ah, look at that. Well, that's pretty funny. I've got a 500-point quest to turn in, and then I'm 100 points away from Kindred. Let's see what we got for a really easy quest to complete. Badges of Dishonor. That's probably a good one to take.
Stay a moment.
I swear to you, I will be kindred with a Maladrim before this stream is over.
The orcs have established a worm hatchery in Gothbors.
I'll think about it. Cargo will drop black badges. Yeah, let's find out. I was so happy when I got here and I could finally kill those red-robed SOBs. I'd been wanting to do that for a while. Two badges. Why am I not getting badges from Marauders? just want badges. The RNG is not my friend tonight. Seriously? Was this the treasure of Sierra Madre all of a sudden? Nobody needs no stinking badges? There's one. Oh, I thought that was a warg. Alright, it's finally turning around. Apparently the random number generator liked my Treasure of the Sierra Madre reference. Or not. I don't know. I don't ever remember being these that hard to get. And yes, I'm not crazy. Those scout wargs actually do drop the badges. There's that 5th badge. Okay.
Oh, you have to help me.
Alright, sweetie. You know I'd do anything for you as long as it isn't too inconvenient.
It's not. It's just that this tape is like gonna come flying off my shoulder.
Okay.
Flying off my shoulder! Why do you do that? It hurts.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know that.
I don't mean for it to.
You do.
I don't.
You're a mean mistreater.
I know, honey.
Get out.
I can fish this. Fishing pole. I know you're here somewhere. There it is, rod of fishing. Druid's Fire says hello, Mrs. Mustafa.
Hello. And I'm gonna sleep. I'm exhausted. Sleeping.
And Tenuliel is overwhelmed by my devotion to you.
Sleeping.
Ooh, a courageous carp. Jinjar had to call it a night. Have a good night, Jinjar. Hopefully we'll get to see you again soon. Carp? Carp is a good catch. It is the highest ranked game fish in the game. It is a high level cooking ingredient. I want to say tier 5 maybe? Yeah, used by Supreme Cooks. Rusty axes, like the one I just caught, are not quite as highly prized. They're worth a copper piece. So I usually fish those catch and release. Remember, fishing is one of the 5 Tedmets. They're not requirements, they're merely very strong suggestions for quality Lotro streaming. You should fish, you should craft, you should manage your inventory, you should turn in task items, and you should eat on camera if you're streaming Lotro. We all love to talk about Lotro, we all love to talk about food. So, eating on camera just encourages that. You should always have a fishing rod with you wherever you go in Middle-earth. And the most highly prized titles of all are the fishing titles. Lord or Lady of Streams for getting a 200 fishing skill. The Complete Angler for catching a 50-pound salmon. There's Trout Master, Darter Master, and Sturgeon Master for completing each of the 3 groups respectively. As you work your way up, you can go from apprentice to journeyman to expert to master angler. And there's some special titles too. Kingfisher for finding a secret fishing hole out in Enidwaith and fishing it. There is Rare Fish, which you get from the Summer Festival. That one takes some work, believe me. And a few others. Oh, plus the new fishing titles out in Northern Mirkwood. Not having a ton of luck fishing here. Normally if you're getting trophies and game fish, you're in the right spot. Not a single point of fishing skill yet. And if you want to know your fishing skill, go to the Hobby tab and hover over it. I'm at 121 of 200. So I'm... Trout is 50 to 100, darter is 100 to 150. So I should probably be somewhere where I can catch darter. This area might be a little over level for my fishing skill. And don't be like Gravity. If you're done fishing, go ahead and equip your weapons. Gravity was playing, I think, a Rune Keeper. And was doing his Mordor dailies. And finished his Mordor dailies before he realized he had just done all of them with his fishing rod equipped instead of his primary weapon. But when you're a Rune Keeper, that's really not that big of a deal. You generally don't do a whole lot of auto attack with your rune stone. It's mostly casting. Welcome to Helithir. The rod angle.
What do you
Your
need?
branches and water samples. What does he want me to go do?
Mind my words, traveler.
Defeat sorcerers and go defeat the chief sorcerer. That would be good, except I don't need to. I can just go back to Thinglehead and get Kindred. But I'll eventually have to come back and kill more sorcerers for the Slayer deed, so we'll see. That could be a thing. Druid's Fire says, first time I forgot to put my offhand back on whilst fishing and then fighting as champ. That can happen. There's something I forgot to do. And switch the fishing skill with Guardian's Ward. And I was riding off the wrong direction anyway, so it's a good thing that work stopped me. Well, that's funny. I still have a milestone tied to the eaves. So I must have been planning on going back to Lothlorien to finish my rep there. This might be... yeah. I apologize. A couple weeks ago I just caught the slightest little bit of a chest cold, and I just can't seem to shake it, and it just... I'll go for hours and hours and hours and I'll be fine, and then I'll just get coughing fits for a few minutes. And I'm sure it'll clear off here shortly, but I apologize. I don't even like listening to me cough, so I'm sure the rest of you don't either. Anyway, this might be the first time I've ever had a character get kindred with the Mirkwood Elves before finishing kindred with Lothlorien. If Pighead got Troutmaster finished. You should be an expert fisherman.
An army marches from the east to reinforce Dol Guldur.
Warg pens, sword halls, and the dungeons. have a lot of these epilogue quests, and it's one of those things that you kind of have to decide whether or not you're going to go do them all. So if you're not going to do them all, there's not really a point in doing any of them. And some of them are very far away and time consuming.
How can I be of
And
service?
boom, kindred. Just like that. Kindred with the Maladrim.
It grieves me to tell you this, but Sigilith of the Hidden Guard fell during the assault.
Well, that's not good news. I think it later turns out to not be correct also. Oops, spoiler alert.
Is there aught which you need?
So they've got legendary weapons. For example, if I wanted a third age sword, level 63. That's what, 6 levels higher than Foe Slayer? Or Foe Striker, rather?
May I help you?
This one handles medium. Nope, Minstrel, Runekeeper, Lore Master, Hunter, Warden. So a lot of them.
What do you need?
That's a friend rewarder. Hauberk. Looks like they got some armor. Chest, cloak, and helm. Some consumables. Friend.
May I help you?
Oh, here we go. Something you could never have too many of. Travel skills. Return to Mirkwood. Scroll of Delving. Do I need a Scroll of Delving? Maximum target level 65. Guardian's Belt. That is a level 55. What am I actually wearing? 57. Liege of the Lord. I am a Liege of the Lord, and I got 20 Lotro points. I've unlocked the epilogue. So if you complete all 12 of the epilogue quests, that's good for 5 Lotro points. And the title Hastener of Fate. And Bori wanted to talk to me.
Thank you for coming back to Khazad-dûm, my friend.
Our fathers initially resisted, but have now grudgingly assented to our plan. The dwarves cannot retain possession of Ziggelberg. Speak to me again and we will make this a reality.
We will go together to see Broin and do what must be done.
The dwarves Bori and Broin have arrived at a momentous decision to return the mithril axe Ziegelberg to the place where it was found, never to be wielded by friend or foe again.
Oh, not there. I guess I'm going around this way. Now, this would be some good fishing. If you're wondering why I'm not reading the text, it's just a lot of dwarves going, "Yeah, it's a shame we're going to bury that axe." That's what's going to happen. They're going to bury the axe. We're all going to be very sad about it. Yep, darn shame we're burying the axe. I think this whole instance is just supposed to give you a sense of just how deep they bury this axe. Because it's way down. Way down here. This would be a place to fish. I have to. I can't not fish this. Ooh, a dirty skull. There we go. I finally got an extra point of fishing and another carp. And I've mentioned it before, there's a restaurant here in town that specializes in fried carp. It's gross. I've heard that smoked carp can be tasty. The fried carp we get here in Omaha, not tasty. Mrs. Mustafa likes it though for some reason. She usually goes and eats that by herself when I'm not along to complain. It's down in southeast Omaha near a couple of thrift stores she likes to hit occasionally. And a largemouth bass. Okay, we're gonna shimmy on up out of here. And I think Browen is going to be buried alive with the axe in that chamber. Witness the sealing of Garaf. Nope, Browen made it out. Well, stonemasons go to work. Completed. Ziggelberg returned.
It is for the best, my friend. You must slay Gorothul and end his menace.
Gorothul in Sameth Ghoul. Alright, I know it's unusual for me to keep a stream to 3 or 3.5 hours, but I got home about 6 o'clock this morning and got up about 11 o'clock this morning. I'm starting to feel it. So one of the things I'd like to do is see if we've got anybody else that we can host. And I'm going to take a quick peek. See if there's anybody out there we can say hi to playing Lotro. We do. So, fellow stream team member Balviel is streaming Lotro at the moment. Let's go over and say hi, and we'll give her a big old Coke Zero raid. I'm going over there to say hello, and I hope you will join me. Come along, it's going to be super fun. Let's go say hi to Balviel. 25 raiders so far. Cool, cool. Druid's Fire, thank you for hanging out tonight. I hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you again sooner rather than later. And it looks like we're off.